Hi everybody, my name is Sean O'Kane with Chip Estimate TV. We're here at DesignCon 2013 with David Blaza, my guest, Senior Vice President, UBM Electronics. Thanks for joining me today.
Well, it's great to see you here.
Oh, I know. You know, this show is about bringing the latest trends in information electronics and semiconductor and IP, and there's so much here. Why is DesignCon so unique to the attendees here?
Well, one thing is DesignCon's been around many years. It was originally a HP test show, and it's evolved and morphed. But what it really is a true community. It's a live community. People come to learn from each other. There's tremendous papers here, high quality content. But then all the vendors have got all the latest products, and people love to get together. It's very social. That's why we have all these, like, you know, the beer later on, all this kind of stuff. Communities love to get together live, and no matter what you have online, there's nothing like humans getting together with humans, meeting their friends, talking about problems and issues in the industry. That's why it's so vibrant and alive. That's what it's all about.
Well, it's, you know, last year when we spoke, we said, you know, this is getting bigger. Yeah. And the comment I made, you know it's getting bigger when you can't find parking. Right. Which is true. And secondly, the seminars are really well attended.
Yes. In fact, we had to redo the room setup early this morning because the sessions were so packed yesterday. We've had to pull out the air walls, change the seating arrangements, and so we're definitely going to break records in attendance for both the conference and expo. Already the expo floor is packed, and so we're very excited. This is the third year we've owned the show, and it's growing at quite a clip.
Well, what technology here today that you have seen is going to have the greatest impact going forward?
Well, I think in the keynote yesterday, Cisco were talking about opto right onto the chip. You know, people have been talking about optoelectronics and the promise of opto, but it's been so expensive and so specialized. We think there's a tipping point in the industry between optoelectronics and this sort of every man, every woman designer actually using opto in their design. So that could be a tipping point, in which case this could get a lot bigger. So I'm hoping so.
Now, you know, this is your show, but what have you seen or heard here at this show this week that you just didn't think about, or that you'd see or hear, or something that's new and exciting?
Well, you know, whenever you come to an event like this, you see all of the big booth guys, the Rodian Schwartzes and Agilents and Cadences and TEs, and they've always got new and interesting products. But I think that anybody who's a student of event should always go to the small booths in the back, kind of where we're sitting here, and you see some new interesting things. We've got Willow Garage over here. We've got this commercial robots, and also you're seeing lots of design tools that are available through the web. They're not, you know, the cloud has really arrived. There's little companies, you know, some of those are going to be one or two of them, maybe the big companies of the future, but to do design and all these tools and things on the web, obviously, which, you know, Chip Estimate yourself, you guys were a pioneer of that, but there's a lot more new cool companies talking about online design.
I understand what's really exciting is that DesignCon is going overseas.
That's right. We're launching DesignCon in China. It'll be co-located with our IIC show in Shenzhen at the end of February, beginning of March. And that is, Shenzhen is the board capital of the world. And people often say to me, well, what is DesignCon? I always say DesignCon is where the chip hits the board, right? And so you've got to have a chip, you've got to have a board. And DesignCon is sort of that interface between, because that's where problems can happen. But having it in China is going to be big for us. And then we are looking to take it into other geographies. We've had successful launch the last couple of years of our embedded event in Brazil. We may go into Brazil.
Really?
Yes. And so, obviously, other geographies, DesignCon, there's a real community here, but it's a global community, as you know. So there are these same kind of people who care about signal integrity and jitter and high-speed tests. They're in other parts of the world as well, not just in Silicon Valley.
Fantastic. Thank you for spending a little time with us, David.
It's good to see you.
David Blaza, Senior Vice President, UBM Electronics, and I'm excited to see all the rest of the show today.
We'll go see the rest of the show.
All right.
Thank you for having me.
All right. See you next time.